In an interview, we spoke about the Ivorian regime. Some Burkinabés got on their high horses and criticized. I say it, I insist, and I persist. We have nothing against the Ivorian people, but we have an issue with those who govern Côte d'Ivoire. We say it and we repeat it again. Let me tell you something. Allow me to tell you something. There is indeed in Abidjan an operations center to destabilize our country. No one can deny it, and we will provide you with evidence in the coming days. We will show you physical evidence. You will understand what we are talking about. No one will come to tell us that in Benin there is no French base directed against us. We have the evidence at hand. Two past important bases. No one can dispute them, and I challenge them. And we have nothing against the Beninese people. There we have a problem with the policy of the Beninese leaders. And we say it loud and clear again. In this diplomacy, we have decided to tell the truth. There are indeed two bases, one towards Kandy and the other going towards Porga, or I don't know which locality. Runways have been renovated to more than 3,000 meters long. Plains land. People equipped and train the terrorists. Over there, we have audio recordings of French agents in Benin over there who are staying at the terrorists' operations center. They show the operations with them. They help them with medical care. They do everything there. We have all the details on them. And you don't want us to tell our people? We will say it. If you don't want it, if they don't want it, they should stop behaving like that. It's simple. We didn't force anyone to take their independence. If you decide to stay in your situation, but don't turn your countries into air bases, because it is your populations who will suffer afterwards.
If you check on your screen, you have Burkina Faso there, and Burkina Faso is sharing border with Ghana, number one, Togo, and on the other side, you have Nigeria. Nigeria is not sharing border though, but Benin and Nigeria are sharing border. So you have, first of all, Ghana is sharing the red border with, how do you call it, Burkina Faso.
Yeah.
Côte d'Ivoire is where I put that, that arrow there. Côte d'Ivoire is sharing the red border with Burkina Faso and Mali, which is the reason why sometimes Mali also receive attack, but Burkina Faso receive most of the attack. You understand? Now, so when you check on your screen right here, you see Burkina Faso. You need to to go through Burkina Faso to get to Mali and Niger. The only side of the enemy, Côte d'Ivoire, let's say, is now a direct enemy, and Benin, these two.
Okay.
So Benin is a direct link to Burkina Faso, and before exactly. And Benin is sharing a little bit of border also with Niger.
Yeah.
But Benin is not playing too much role in, the terrorists, they are not in Benin that much. The plan are not champion from Benin that much like Côte d'Ivoire, because that is where Traore has been speaking to about most of the time. Anytime he's speaking, he always mention, Ivory Coast. So
Yeah.
Ivory Coast is like a ground for Macron, all right, to champion agenda from there. If it got to a time, you see how they were getting closer to Akufo-Addo?
Yeah.
Because Ghana is a direct link to Burkina Faso.
Sure.
Are you getting the point? So, and when you check behind Burkina Faso, you see Mali and Niger there. So Niger particular is sharing border with only Nigeria and Benin. You understand? Benin is just beside Togo over there. So most of the attack always come through Ivory Coast border over there. You know, Ivory Coast border linked through, Ghana side. That is where the whole thing always come from. Which is the reason why Burkina Faso is receiving majority of the attack. Because you need to go through...
That is where the terrorists are based.
Exactly. And he even said there is a base there that they are training them over there. This is not according to my word. According to his own word, he gave in the speech. He said, there is a base there he can confirm. When the AES met for the first time, he said, the Ivory Coast government cannot deny there is a base there. They are training terrorists and these people are attacking them.
Some people are complaining that they can't see the map well, so we are enlarging it a bit. Yes, enlarging it. Okay. So those of you who can, now I think it's clear now. Where the red arrow is pointed is, Cote d'Ivoire. The red arrow, where the red arrow is pointed is Cote d'Ivoire. And you can see clearly that Cote d'Ivoire shares border with Mali and Burkina Faso. And then Cote d'Ivoire shares border with Ghana as well. So in the space of Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire, where they both connect with Burkina Faso, especially on the Cote d'Ivoire border, that is where the terrorists are based. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, so Ivory Coast is the direct house of the enemy where they are using against the Sahel. But you can see that even so, Burkina Faso is like a belt or how do you call it? A breastplate protecting Mali and Niger. So Cote d'Ivoire, if you are throwing anything from, even Ghana, you are throwing something from Togo, you are throwing something from Benin, you are throwing something from Ivory Coast. Burkina Faso will receive majority of the blow before it get to the rest. That is the reason why Burkina Faso is receiving majority of the attack, because they are, they are at a very strategic point. So it is not about who is not safe or who is safe. It's about accessibility. Okay. So Burkina Faso is easier to access, which is the reason why we are having the problem.
Fantastic. Recently, I saw a post, I got the news and info from Mali. Assimi Quattara. Is he the one in Mali?
Yeah, Assimi Quattara.
Yeah, he banned all the political parties in Mali.
So he did not ban all the political parties.
Okay.
It was the Western media that used the word ban all the political parties. Okay. Now, the nation is going through revolution. Revolution is revolution. The political parties, the first question we should ask, even it's in the news, you should know who is behind the political parties in Mali. Human Rights Watch. Human Rights Watch is the one sponsoring the political party. So let me tell Africans, if you have any political party sponsored by Human Rights Watch, be very careful. Which is the reason why I don't trust Bobby Wine in Uganda. Although he's young, I understand that. He's a young man. Museveni is old. But if you put Bobby Wine and Museveni, I'll choose Museveni again. Even if Museveni, I'm telling you, even if Museveni is rolling on the ground, I'll still choose him over Bobby Wine.
Tell us what we don't know. Tell us.
Because Uganda, of course, Museveni, when it comes to governance, and he should go home and rest. Somebody should take over. That is a fact. But Museveni is somehow, anyhow, giving tough time to the West in how they should deal, how they want to have full access to Uganda. He's having a little bit of restriction on them, one way or the other. He is not a full Pan-Africanist, no. And he is not a full puppet too. That is a fact. If he's a full puppet, the Human Rights Watch will never, sponsor Bobby Wine against Museveni, because he's on good note already. Why do we fight our own people? So if you take Museveni, even if he cannot walk, he's rolling on the ground. And Bobby Wine, I'll choose Museveni. Oh, and because sanctions are on.
What is wrong with Bobby Wine?
Bobby Wine is being sponsored by, how do you call this? Human Rights Watch, which is on the neck of Burkina Faso today because of their resources. Human Rights Watch is a Western hand. Okay. And Bobby Wine even said it that the day he will take over power, I mean, the sanctions that are on Uganda by the West, it will be lifted up. How is he going to do it? He will reverse the negotiation. He will go to the term, direct term with them, and then everything. They will have their way into Uganda fully. Museveni is restricting that a little bit. Honestly speaking, he's regulating it a little bit. With his leadership, the people are tired. Honestly speaking, he needs to go. Okay. But an old Museveni with a young Bobby Wine, when as a Pan-Africanist, if that's the case, Museveni should die there. Because looking at the kind of people sponsoring Bobby Wine, see, I'm telling you, the day Bobby Wine will come to power, you are going to see the full hand scale of the West in Uganda. It will shock you. All the bans will be lifted up. All the sanctions, rather, will be lifted away. Giddy, giddy, giddy. Because the guy is going to reverse a lot of things that benefit the West. I'm telling you the truth. And in Uganda, they came to Museveni. Let me tell you this one. It's a little bit funny, though. They came to Museveni, and just like they came to Akufo-Addo and they said they want to put military base here. So there's something called the SOFA. The SOFA is the agreement between the host and the person coming to, put the military base in your country. So in the SOFA, when any citizen is being unalived by the military, by the US military, no court in Uganda or in that country or in Ghana can prosecute them. These people can come into the country unverified and leave unverified. Nobody check what they bring in, what they go out with. No.
Yeah.
They can destroy properties. There's no law in your country. They're above all your laws in your country, unless international law. So they went to Museveni. Museveni said, oh, this is a good idea to have this military base in my country. It's a good thing. Then we are going to do it like this. My people in your country, when they misbehave, don't prosecute them. Bring them to me. Let me also prosecute them, so that your law should not work on them. Let me use my law. So we can come on that agreement. No problem. You can have your military base. They say no. They say, you want... He said, so you want to enforce that law here. You don't want it to be enforced over there. Okay, let's do it this way. If my people there in your country unalive anybody in there, just like your people can just unalive anybody here, and I cannot prosecute them or do anything to them, my prison cannot contain them, don't imprison any of my people over there. You bring them here, we will imprison them. They say, Pao. Then ask them, can you allow Uganda militaries to come and set up their base in your country? They say no. Say, what are you talking about? Exactly. So Museveni somehow, at the end of the day, he has a little bit of small horn against the West. That's a fact. He has small horn against the West. So that is one thing about, Museveni. So the Human Rights Watch, anybody that the Human Rights Watch is backing, it's a problem. So in the article, you see the Human Rights Watch in every of the article being published about Burkina Faso. Any of the article being published about Mali. So the political parties in Mali are being sponsored by the Human Rights Watch. Now, in Mali, before the military took over, there was agreement between the separatist group, which has become a terrorist. Let's put it that way. the separatist group, which has become a terrorist. Let's just put it that way. Mali need to go into agreement with these terrorists so that they can be in the region. They will not be disturbing you though, but you must come to agreement. So Algeria was the negotiator between them, between the agreement between Mali and the terrorists, with the help of France. So they structure it like Algeria. You know, I want to check the map. Algeria is just sharing border with Mali. Yeah, so Algeria is the mediator between them. Yeah, the government came and said, exactly. And the Human Rights Watch, I say it again, I will say it everywhere. Even if they take me to court, I will say these are the protectors of the terrorists that we are dealing with. They always use the word Funani. No, they are not Funanis. You understand? So they are sponsoring the how do you call it, the political parties against the military. And they are launching a lot of campaigns from behind the political, you know. Alassane Quattara doesn't want it to look like he's cracking down on the media and the political parties, and you know, unlike Ibrahim Traore, when they wanted this recently, they wanted to start it. It was a full campaign launch against him. He just took microphone stand like this. Everybody must understand that we are not in democracy, we are in revolution. Your nonsense, you must stop it. We are not in democracy, and anybody of you that think you can have your way through it will face you squarely. So Ibrahim Traore, he is communicating clearly to the people. And of course, so recently they launched a campaign with the media. They quickly elected somebody as the head of the media, pushed the guy to go and misbehave, say certain things against the military leader, and they already wrote article down waiting for the news to come out because they know that the guy will be arrested. The moment the guy was arrested, poof, the articles are out. Burkina Faso is arresting, the head of the journalist in Burkina Faso, blah, 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 blah. He came and said, after they arresting the guy, he came and said, hey, we are not in democracy here. So your freedom of speech, you must speak it with sense. You can't speak it anyhow, because we are not in disorder. We are not in disorderliness. Like Ghana here, we are in disorderliness. I can wake up today and I'll jam my hammer anyhow I want it. Tomorrow,
the media and then conduct a press conference, say anything and go my way.
So Ibrahim Traore was right. He said no. Democracy brings disorderliness. We need order to go on with the revolution. Mali, I don't know, but the military leader of Mali is trying to take things a little bit cool in a way, and I see the hand of the political class trying to overshadow him. They are influencing people. You know, you need to close their mouth in a way. Okay, when you speak bad on this platform, they'll shut it down. On YouTube, they'll shut it down. In the West, when a particular media speak a narrative that go against them, they can close it down. So in Africa, we also have the right to close media houses that speak not in our favor. Very simple. We also have it, the right to do that. When you do it, we don't talk. Ibrahim Traore said it. When you do it, we don't talk about it. When we do it, then it becomes a whole issue. So, which is what is happening in Mali. So the political class is they are forcing him to, turn the nation back to democracy, because through democracy the politicians can chop. Right now the politicians, they are not chopping. You close their mouth, so they need to push the nation back to democracy and then eat from the resources of the country. So that is what is happening in Burkina Mali. So the guy also said, look, this thing you people are doing, first of all, the nation is not safe. Terrorists everywhere around us. If you call election in this country right now, it will be a destabilization. You can't call an election in that nation right now. The day you are calling the election, that day terrorists will organize against you, because that is how they can break through. When there is, attention is gone away and the nation is focused on different things, these are the moment that they come in. So this is not the time to be calling for democracy. So I think Alassane Quattara needs to stand on his ground. So he's not banning them, but he's putting hand on all their activities for now, because they are trying to distort the nation. And that's what democracy does.
the other one, I think Niger or Mali. No, we just talk about Mali, right?
Yeah, that's Niger.
Uh, we just talk about Assimi Goita is Niger.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's Mali. Assimi Goita is Mali.
Okay,
General Tiani is Niger.
I mean, General Tiane is Niger. I mean, I hope they are also is also in focus. I mean, they are playing.
Exactly. Yes, they are focused. The General Tiani, they are focused a lot. He's doing a lot. He's much more because you need to first of all reclaim the resources of the country. So Tiani and Assimi Goita, both of them, they are much more focused on reclaiming their resources first, which is the first battle they are fighting. Burkina Faso Traore is doing a lot of things at the same time. He is building factory with one hand, fighting the enemy with one hand. You understand? He is building the nation, fighting the nation, the enemy at the same time, and at the same time, bringing investors in. So he's standing in the front, investors, giving hope to the investors, and these people are also trying to sack investors away, and he's able to do these things. So he's kind of like different a little bit when it comes to his leadership. He's doing all the things at the same time.
Same time, yeah.
That's why he's popular.
Building factories, infrastructure, education. I mean, setting up.
Exactly. He alone is reclaiming the mine at the same time. They are operating it at the same time. He's building, he's making sure that agriculture things are going well. He's changing and decolonizing the mine by changing the school education, the court system, the dressing system, the everything, the social life. At the same time, building the road, 5,000 kilometers per road yearly. At the same time, he's in the field farming. At the same time, he's fighting terrorists. At the same time, he's doing international. So we are dealing with a robot here.
Whilst Assimi Goita and Tiani are focusing right now on how to claim all their resources. Okay.
Yeah. So when we see in Mali particular, the fight is tough over there. The barrick gold, and there are a lot of things going on in regards to how he wants to reclaim. So they are reclaiming some of the mining sites. So they are taking things on the ground. First thing first, that is about Mali and Niger. But Traore is doing all things at once. Yeah, which is the reason why he's more popular. Because honestly speaking, even as I'm speaking to you right now, when you check Burkina Faso right now, the next day they are launching something. When you check, before you are done even doing story about that, they are launching another thing again. Before you go and check and come back, before you are done recording that video, you go there again. They are so.
It's yesterday or today. I think yesterday. I got to find out that now they are planting CCTV camera across the country.
Just like how Nana Jane, Jana.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just like what Nana Ibrahim Traore has done in Burkina. Now Burkina Faso is planting CCTV camera across the country, and at the same time, they are paving the grounds exactly as Nana Ibrahim Traore has done in Burkina.
With immediate effect.
They are paving all the grounds because part of Burkina Faso is just a naked ground. Burkina Faso is naked ground. So whilst they are constructing the roads, they are paving certain areas. So you can see that the country is under construction, and the lead contractor is Ibrahim Traore. But the reason why I chipped in Tiani and Assimi Goita is because I want us to know, or I want the people to be updated that they are not just in office as they've done, they've done the coup and they are just there occupying space. No, they are doing something, but the reason why they are not much in the news is they are taking it one at a time. And because I think Traore is the president of the Sahel region, or?
No, it's Assimi Goita.
Oh, okay. I thought
Assimi Goita is the president of the transition. The AES president is Assimi Goita. Niger president is the president of defense. Is kind of the defense, is on the defense angle. Traore, the man is just minding his business. You see, he's just minding his business, and he's much more focused on building his nation. One of the reasons why he's focused on the road is because if the roads are not constructed, the terrorists cannot leave the country. You know, like Accra Highway right now, you can't see terrorists hitting the street because when the road is there, the place will be populated, activities will go on, street light will be on the way, monitoring everything. So that kind of thing. So it will chase the terrorists are mostly in the bush.
Okay.
You understand? So he's trying to make sure that this, copper, bushy village, he want to do road through everywhere. So it will be difficult. It will be scaring the terrorists away at the end of the day. And the fight also is going on. So he had a vision and he understands the game very well and know how to tackle it. So he's just going direct to the roots and fixing things. And then he's everywhere. He's not even talking.
Yeah. Survivor, we've talked much over almost 2 hours now. We will bring our conversation to a close, and I think maybe a week today or during the weekend when we have time, we can just pop up with another version of our conversation. But I want us to talk about it. We are in Ghana, we are Ghanaians, and recently there was a survey by Afrobarometer, which is, saying that 56% of Ghanaians today prefers military regime. According to the Afrobarometer research, 56% of Ghanaians today prefers military regime. I can say 70 or 60% of the youth of Ghana today have not witnessed a military regime before. We all just came to hear Henry John Rawlings, who happens to be our last military leader. We just came to hear the stories, read the history. But within the shortest possible time, what Ibrahim Traore is doing, it is driving majority of those that are in democracy. Democracy is the only better governance system. Now they are getting interested in military regime. What will you say comparing democracy to the leadership of the military regime? Because I've seen one guy here who has come here with a comment that we are living in Ghana praising a pushes in Burkina Faso. So it tells you that Trump still sees Ibrahim Traore other way around because of the narrative they have that he did not got power through a democratic means, and for that matter, he shouldn't praise him. What will you say comparing democracy to the kind of leadership going on in Burkina Faso now? Which one do we need?
Yeah, so somebody said, what is happening in Burkina Faso is not military rule, it is revolution.
Absolutely.
It's not military rule. With your democracy here, the only thing you can build is church. Damn, for God. The only thing you can build here is church. The only thing you can do here is to sit in parliament, and your parliamentarian will be, spending all your money. The corruption is what you can deal with here. The only thing you can do with your democracy here is to wake up one day and then your government will tell you that 1,300 containers are gone. And up to now, nobody is in jail. The only thing you can do in this country of democracy is to wake up and then they are telling you that, hey, taxpayer, the money we took from you to buy excavators, all of them, the excavators, they flew out of the country. I understand. The only thing you can do with your democracy is that you have the youth in this country, and at the end of the day, majority of them are working. Some of them are working, they are not getting paid. Some of them are not even working, but there are ghosts, more than 1,000 who are being paid in this country. Ghosts are on payroll and they are being paid in this country. I'm telling you the truth. The only thing you can end up with democracy is debt that you are dealing with, borrowing and begging, beggy association. That's what you have become with democracy. Go to Burkina Faso. Ibrahim Traore should buy the equipment they are using to build the road, and you wake up one day and tell him that one tire is not there. So that is the response to the person talking about democracy over in the comment. Yes, it's very simple. So democracy is a deceptive package or it's a deceptive lie. I don't know how to use the word, but it is a lie package and a diplomatic boss and presented to us. Democracy favor is a shield to protect those in power and leaving the rest of the people to suffer. Democracy, Timo Media will tell you that it allows the poor man who is being robbed by the system to be complaining as you are suffering along. No, but at least nobody hold you.
Yeah.
You are a slave, but you are free to complain. So democracy gives you the right to complain, but not a right to decide. You understand? Democracy, show me a nation that was able to build under democracy. China try it, they reverse it before they're able to get to where they are. And Ghana, for how many years now? Count the factories. So if you are practicing democracy for 60-something years now, and we can't count factories in this country owned by Ghanaians, we can't even talk about a gold refinery for Ghana, the Gold Coast, producing gold and have much more gold reserve than France, who doesn't have any gold mine. The only thing you count is churches. Democracy is not in Burkina Faso right now. It's the revolution. Within the space of 2 years, Burkina Faso can boast of how do you call it? Tomato processing factories, detergent factories. They are building their roads. Now they have, hospitals, mobile hospitals everywhere. To you here in Ghana with democracy, when your woman or your wife is going to labor, you have to take her to Patanko hospital over there. Burkina Faso, the mobile hospitals are there. One call, the mobile hospital are in, and then they are sorting the people out. Burkina Faso can talk about EV, electric vehicle today in Burkina Faso operating. So tell me, why won't the youth be tired? Before the Afro Barometer came out, Mahama has been shouting this long time. The moment Mahama came to office, this has been his story. He has been shouting about it, that our youth are getting frustrated and tired every day. Because democracy, which is supposed to be the best system of governance, is not benefiting them. He has been saying it. I can count at least about 4 times Mahama have been saying this. Africa Union meeting, the meeting they had recently, he went there and told them, our youth are getting frustrated. He came to Ghana here and said that, hey, in Ghana, you think what is happening in the other countries, I have the video, you think what is happening in other countries cannot happen in Ghana here. Our youth are getting frustrated. If you don't do something drastic to retain the confidence, listen, the confidence of the youth in our democracy, we are sitting on time bomb. Even before the Afro Barometer come out. So the leaders also know that we are tired. So it's not...
let me add something small to your definition of democracy. The worst of it all is democracy will divide us into groups and we turn against each other. Then all of us comes against the state. Now, typical scenario in Ghana here. When NPP was in power, those in NDC wishes those in power to fail for their party to come to power, thinking that when they fail, their party will come to power, forgetting that when they fail, the country goes back. Now, NDC is in power, NPP is in opposition. They are also wishing for NDC to fail, thinking that NDC should fail for people to say that, oh, NPP is good, forgetting that when NDC fails, the country goes back. So, democracy has divided us to the extent that we are enemies of each other against the state, but we don't know. Today, the most beautiful thing in Burkina Faso is all groups in Burkina Faso, being it tribes, being it religious groups, being it whatever groups, the only flag they know that stands high for them is the flag of Burkina Faso. But when you come to Ghana today, people hold their party flags high esteem than the flag of Ghana. Yeah, but
yeah, so if assuming Captain Ibrahim Traore, I am very surprised that this conversation we are having here, my life go cry, I was not able to achieve shishi. Hey, Africans and support. Africans and support. Hey, Africans and supporting their narrative.
Some of these conversations, they won't give to you, they won't support, they won't give to you They will, no, they will. Next time we will bring a lady here. The lady will come and shake something for them. You see the number of gifts you will get.
Africans and their support. Oh. Anyway, so assuming Burkina Faso, Captain Ibrahim Traore is operating democracy, he will not get to where he is right now. Because there's going to be opposition telling us that the tomato factories that he want to build or he want to establish, he just want to produce the tomatoes and put it in his kitchen for his mother and the wife. We are going to have opposition telling us that the road he's about to build is just the fact that he wants to steal money from the country's coffers. We are going to have opposition telling us that, in fact, on the battlefield, they are not doing shishi. The only thing they do is that you go and catch grass cutter, eat, and then the nation is paying the soldiers for no reason. He can't even get there. The only thing the opposition will come and tell us that, oh, the Omo factories, that detergent factory that he's building is nothing. You know, he's trying to establish a business for his mother. So,
Yeah. You're right.
recently, there's a medical doctor that came out. The medical doctor was very angry. That, what is the meaning of this? You came to power. He was using BBC narrative. You came to power because you said there's terrorism, and then you took coup d'etat. You came to power. Up to now, you're not able to fight the terrorism, which means that you are not doing the right word, because by this time you should be able to finish with this terrorist. Burkina Faso. Captain Traore said, it look like this medical doctor know better than us. We need to send him to the front line to learn the business. So they catch him, give him weapon, and send him to the front line, so that when he got there, whether the military is trying or not, we will know.
Yeah.
Now, the journalist that was recently, you see, Burkinabe people, they are so awake. The Burkinabe people are so awake. The journalist that was arrested, the so-called Western journalist, let's say just Western journalist, that was arrested by Burkina Faso's leader.
Okay.
It was not Captain Ibrahim Traore that even called for his arrest. It was the people that called for his arrest. And do you know what the people are requesting? The people said no problem. Since he is now standing as the voice of the people, he is now claiming to be standing and speaking for the people. At this juncture, the place we want somebody to be standing in the gap for is the front line. So if you want to stand for us, no, go to the front line. So Traore should send him there, but they did not send him particular. They did not send him to. But that is what the people requested, that they should send him. The authority asked, why would they send him there? The population said, for all his talk, no. If a bullet fly over Burkina Faso right now, his talk cannot hold it. It is the soldiers. It is the soldiers that will save them. So all his activism, no, it cannot save any child from the face of gunshot. The soldiers, they are sure that they can save them. If a bullet is flying right now, a soldier will stand for the people to defend himself and put his life in the line. So they don't understand the reason why there are some people who leave their wife and children and facing bullet that can unalive you directly, protecting them to have peace in their country, and you will just be in your room cool and be using your mouth on them. So they should say him there. So you see how Burkinabes, you see the Burkinabes, they caught the revolution, which is the reason why J.J. Rollins said, for you to do coup d'etat and be successful, the atmosphere must call for it.
Call for it, yeah.
If the atmosphere doesn't call for it, you will fail. Because here we are in Ghana, example, and we have the majority who doesn't believe in revolution. And then one military man just took power. The way we will drag him, he will arrest everybody in the country. He can't succeed. You see, some people will be standing behind him though, but if we are not many, the rest of you can't succeed. So Rollins was checking. You see, people have been blaming Rollins. You can't blame Rollins. He has been checking the time, the season. It got to a season where the whole population was requesting for democracy.
Yeah.
So he have to give it to them. If not, these same people that praised him yesterday will be pulling him down today. The enemy is going to use the same.
They started finishing him.
The enemy is going to capitalize on that to finish him. So what did he do? He joined the enemy and give you the nation. Let me also chop the money some. And then he give it to democracy. I did my best because you're not ready for it. You understand? And I mean, he understands the system. So he realized that this is what the system required at that very moment. So he give it to them. The time that he took over immediately, everybody was behind him. They were catching some of the ministers, beating them up. Firing them. The population was happy. Hey. But it got to some time, the generation is transiting. The older people are going old, and the younger people who don't understand the value of revolution are beginning to request for democracy because they don't know what they are requesting for. Here we are, you and I, we are facing it today. 1,300 containers are missing. Excavators are flying. We are using $58 million to dig a hole. I mean, useless things we end up with. So that's it, bro.
But I mean, Survivor, I know we are coming to the end of our conversation. Do you know that up to date, people still doubt all going on in Burkina Faso, and some comes under our post and say, "Oh, you guys are hyping. There is nothing that much going on in Burkina Faso." Have you been, receiving or getting such comments?
Yes. So these people are people who they want to see magic. They are the impatient one. They are like, hey, this thing these people are talking about Burkina Faso. Immediately, when you go to Burkina Faso right now, everything is not glittering.
Yeah.
The nation is under construction. Odemaya went there. Look at the market Odemaya went to. Look at the environment. The road Odemaya stand on. Look at it. They are now constructing. Odemaya did not come and say, this country people are talking about, there's a problem. No, he came out to tell us that, look, the country is under construction. If a building is under construction until it got to lintel level of finishing, then you begin to see the beauty. Yeah. Now, BBC put out something which I love so much. BBC said Traore's revolution, or the social media is hyping him through some of the publications are good, they are genuine, but some are also misleading content. People have created Africa BBC, real one, and CNN. They are using AI generated words to say things that Traore did not say, to boost the revolution. They are showing buildings in Qatar that they are building it in Burkina Faso, putting the Ibrahim Traore picture on it. It's going. All of it is involved. We are all. You understand? So that is what it is. So everybody wants to push what is happening, and of course, all those things are happening, which I would say they are false narrative, but it has helped the leader also at the end of the day, because the same propaganda they are doing to tarnish his image, which to some of us we are trying our best to put the right narrative out there, but some people also are putting the BBC CNN version of Africa, the Africa version of CNN BBC also there to add to our own, and then we go.
Yeah. The last time we had this conversation back door that we have to plan and then visit Burkina Faso. Maybe possibly next month. We have to go there and let the people know that we are here.
Yes.
I hope you are aware of our trip.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those of you that are doubting, we will be going to Burkina Faso, and we will update you when our time, when we are finally set to go there. We will be going there to give you first-hand information as the Maya went there. So when we are about to set off, when we finalize on it, then we will update you. A comment from the same, he said AI is very big. Yes, Survivor, I've been seeing Ibrahim Traore speaking fluent English. Is it him or is AI translated?
No, it's AI. He even warned people about that. He even warned people about that. He warned. He told the people that they should be very careful about AI because sometimes he will see himself speaking Spanish and he'll be like, when did he speak Spanish? And so some of the things is helping. According to Ibrahim Traore, his word, he says some of the things is helping to translate, to break the language barrier, but at the same time, it's very dangerous. They can use that to say things that he did not say. People will believe it, and it will become problem. There is a media on YouTube that I'm actually planning to expose one of these days.
Okay.
I'm watching them very closely because they are using AI to generate a lot of things that Ibrahim Traore is not saying. Of course, they are positive things, but Traore have not said any of those things. They even generated AI, Pope. If you see the new Pope giving message to Ibrahim Traore, even me myself, giddy, I've gone to download. I said, hey, Pope, Pope, no. Then I did my research. I said, hey, these people they nearly saw me.
However, I watched the video. I even posted it on my YouTube, but later I found out that no, I have been scammed. It's AI. The video says Ibrahim Traore was almost poisoned through a tea coffee. And I'm like,
Yeah.
is it the Burkina Faso media released this or Ibrahim Traore said it in press conference?
Sure.
How did this person got to know that?
These people are happy. They are helping us though.
Ibrahim Traore almost got poisoned. So I'm like, people are also taking advantage to sell the message through AI with all sorts of narrations or all sorts of, exaggeration out there. But it's
all of it are welcome. We just want to get there. The same thing they are doing to us. Because you see, our people they are doing it to us.
Yeah.
You understand? So that's what they are doing to us. BBC, CNN, that's what they are doing to us. We have a problem. They are painting Ibrahim Traore what he is not. And so we too, our people also say, okay, we too will paint him to look what we want it to be. We will force him to be what he have to be. Even if he doesn't want to be, we will force him to be that.
Oh my goodness. In fact, it has been a good. Oh my goodness.
Anyway.
We've done 2 hours, 17 minutes. Survivor, I think we
Yes,
have
sir.
to here and rest.
Exactly.
Maybe our next meeting. I don't know your last words to all those watching us.
Yeah, so I think everybody right now, we need to be very careful about because right now negative stuff are going to come out a lot through the AI. And let me also put this on board before I go. Because of the use of AI, you are going to see some platforms promoting only positive things about Ibrahim Traore. All of a sudden, once they build the platform to grow very well, they are going to switch the conversation to negative things. And a lot of people are going to buy it because people already have the trust in those media. Some of these media houses are operated by the imperialists. So please be careful.
All right.
Yeah.
Yep, you are on point. Absolutely. All right. Family, people, those of you watching us through Survivor Media, those of you watching us here, in case you came late, this video will be premiered on YouTube tomorrow morning, latest by 10 a.m. on the Nation Anchor TV on YouTube. I will be premiering this same conversation from the start to finish. So in case you didn't come here early, you came along the way, you didn't chance on when we started, it will be premiered on YouTube at the Nation's Anchor TV. So if you are here and you've not subscribed to the Nation's Anchor TV on YouTube, right from this conversation or right from here when we end, you can go to YouTube and search for the Nation's Anchor TV and then subscribe, turn on the notifications so that when we start to premiere this conversation, you will now understand where we started. Survivor, my brother, respect.
Respect. I
So
appreciate that.
Tomorrow, let's talk behind closed door, okay? All right. Bye-bye. Family, we are done. Today, we hosted Official Survivor for 2 solid hours. And thank you so much, those of you who shared, those of you who liked. Thank you so much for coming on board. If you are here and you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, just go to YouTube right now, set The Nation's Uncle TV, and then subscribe and be part of our community over there, and then turn on the notifications so that you don't miss any of our updates. We will keep on with Ibrahim Traore's conversation. We will keep on projecting, putting whatever going on in Burkina Faso out there. We won't stop. Absolutely, we won't stop. We will keep on doing this. Nothing can stop us, because we've already, said this to you, that we won't sit unconcerned. We won't sit and then act as if we don't know what is going on and allow history to repeat itself. We will not allow history to repeat itself. And we are not doing this alone. We are doing this with you. Those of you watching us, sharing these messages, sharing these platforms, supporting these platforms, supporting this campaign. We are all doing this together. I'm not doing this alone. We are all doing it together. The fact that I'm sitting here, you are watching me, does not mean I'm the one doing it. I'm doing it with you. If I come here and you don't come, whom am I speaking to, or whom am I speaking with? We are doing this together. And if I come and you don't share, you don't like, who will get to hear the news, or who will get to, listen to me? So I think we are all doing this together. It's 11:41 p.m. in Ghana, late Friday night. I will need to go and then have some shower and rest. See you another time. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Bye bye.